Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome back to another Power Rangers Dino Charge review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Mega Figure Pack. Now this is a 6-pack containing the black, blue, red, gold, pink, and green Dino Charge Rangers in the 12-inch, roughly 5-point articulated line. This is the individual releases of the figures put into a 6-pack with an exclusive Pink Ranger, because that is the way Bandai works. And I'll explain why that's not an issue later on. Now this set is a ToysRUs exclusive that retails for $49.99, which is $10 off the regular retail price of the individual figures. If you were to buy each of these individually at retail, they cost $9.99. That's, $60. But you can't get the pink outside of the set, so it's definitely a good deal. You save $10 and you get an exclusive figure. So really great overall. As you can see, there are little taglines down here where it's got swords included, Metallic Edition, and exclusive Pink Ranger, because these do have metallic features to them, plus all their weapons are included. And the box looks really nice! I love the way this looks with these 6 tubes, with the Rangers' names and their dinosaur emblems above them. They look like they're in giant Dino Chargers. Just like turned Dino Chargers. But still, they look like they're in giant Dino Chargers, which is really cool. It also reminds me of how the Mighty Morphin suits hung out in the Zeo Command Center, just on the wall in cases like this. It's a really neat packaging design, and it's probably going to be my preferred display method, as it is really nice looking. I'm super impressed with the way this box looks. On the back, though, we just get pictures of the 6 Rangers here, along with the story for Dino Charge. So as you can see, very nice pictures on the back. Really brings the box together, shows off the Rangers. Really cool overall. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual figures. So here are the 6 Dino Charge Rangers. Now, the red, blue, black, gold, and green figures are available separately, and they are very similar to these releases. The only difference is the type of plastic. On the regular single releases, the type of plastic is a solid color, while here they have kind of a pearlized injection gloss look to them, which is really cool, but it does show the hollowness of them a little bit more than the standard colors will. But it does look very nice, and gives the set just that extra metallic tinge to it, which is really cool. Now, pink, of course, is exclusive to the set, like I mentioned with the packaging, but that is not necessarily a bad thing, as, honestly, people are complaining that pink is exclusive to this set, and that she's not getting released separately, but if you look at the past, the last time we got a large-scale female Ranger was Ninja Storm, and that was a very hard-to-find 12-inch Ninja Storm Blue. We don't really get large-scale figures of the female Rangers, so the fact that we got this, with the possibility they could repaint it into the Purple Ranger, is really cool. I'm glad this exists. Even if it is exclusive to this pack, I'm glad she got a large-scale figure, because it completes the main 6 team. It's a very nice thing to do, and I really appreciate it. It's a good sign from Bandai that they want to give us complete teams and not leave out the female Rangers all the time. Now, when it comes to the figures themselves, they are very basic. These are the 12-inch line. This is a style that was popularized by Hasbro's Titan series, which are large figures that are, less expensive, cheap to produce, very basic articulation, and a lot of them look crappy. I find that the Marvel ones don't look very good, the Transformers ones look abysmal. A lot of the other companies are doing this style of figure, and they're just not doing a very good job at it. But I feel like Bandai of America stepped into this with Dino Charge, because I believe they also did this for Super Mega Force, but they stepped into it with Dino Charge with the mentality of, let's make our large size, inexpensive figures the best they can be. And that's what they really did with these, because the sculpts on these figures are fantastic. And that's really the majority of what you're getting here. If you notice the sculpting on these figures, they're not super muscular like the basic 5-inch figures are. They are a very slim body design. It's partly due to the way that the figure looks to be, that $10 price point. But it looks very good. It looks like the show. The only thing is that the shoulder pads shrunk in, so the arm can move freely, and you don't have to have that on a separate piece. But other than that, the sculpt is very show accurate, very nice looking. It does not look overly muscular. You can see there is some muscle definition in the chest, which is, important because they are superheroes. But they haven't gone the complete muscle look that, say, like the 5-inch figures produce. As you can see, they're a lot more muscular than these guys. These guys are a lot more show accurate in that way. But they do have some drawbacks, and that mostly comes in articulation. But the thing is I can't compare paint outside of the pearlized finish to them. But the 6-pack, they do look very nice. There still is no paint on the back, which is not really an issue. These are not meant to be collector's grade figures by any means, but there is some things that collectors can enjoy about them, specifically the sculpting. And I think that the sculpt is probably the strongest part about these. In terms of the figures themselves, we have articulation. And I want to go over this because it's the same for 5 of the Rangers. First of all, the head not only turns left and right, but it is on a ball joint. It is not a very, maneuverable ball joint, but it is a ball joint. You can get the head to turn left and right, which is really, really cool, especially since the basic 5-inch figures don't even have ball joint necks. The shoulders rotate 360 on both arms, and you can turn the glove, which is much appreciated. And the legs move forward as well. But really, you can't do a whole lot of posing without them falling over. But he also does include the Dino Saber there. All the main 5 Dino Rangers include Dino Sabers. No morphers, just the sword. So that's pretty cool overall. But that's pretty much all there is to the figures. They are very basic figures. But they look very nice. As you can see, black here. This is the one you can't notice the pearlized finish as well on camera, but it's got this glitter effect throughout the black. But he looks really nice, as well as blue. I just want to show off that these do look quite fantastic. I think the helmet sculpts are some of the best in the line, in my opinion. Yeah, the belt could have been done better, but it just looks really nice with the metallic finish and the silver paint. I think just adds some depth to these figures. As you can see, gold here looks quite good. He has a nice gold color overall. He has the most paint out of all of them because of his design, so I do excuse the lack of the yellow here on the symbol. But he looks really good. He does have a unique weapon, of course, his sword there, which looks really good. And his morpher is molded on as well. They did not leave out details, which is really great. He just looks super shiny, like he should, because he is the Gold Ranger. And then green here, of course, again, looks really good. You're getting these you're either getting these for kids to have easy, large-scale figures, or you're going to get them for collectors who want larger-scale Power Rangers that look nice. Of course, the nicest-looking one, in my opinion, is the Pink Ranger. Honestly, out of all the sculpts, she looks the best. She looks the most normal out of all the Rangers in the set, and out of all the Pink Ranger toys we've gotten this year. Her waist is not super thin. I feel like the 5-inch figure's waist is a little thin. But you can see that it's still slim, but it's not super slim. You can see that they actually sculpted her legs to not be super thin. She looks like a natural body proportion for, a female ranger like she does in the show. She has the same sword as the male rangers, and she does have one big difference. She has less points for articulation than the male rangers. Now, this is not a bad thing. She still has the ball joint neck, she still has the shoulders, the glove rotation, but where the difference comes is in her legs. The skirt is molded straight to the legs, which means they cannot move. The legs are solid. So instead they gave her a waist joint. Now, why this isn't an issue? Well, with the male rangers, you can move their legs. They can't stand, so it's not really, for posing-wise, it's useless. But a waist swivel just adds a little bit extra depth to the number of poses she can pull off. She can be more dynamic than the male rangers can. So in a way, it kind of seems like the Pink Ranger, despite being exclusive, is actually probably the best of the figures in the set. But the set as a whole, I think, is really great. Again, it retails for $50. It's a ToysRUs exclusive, which is good because you're getting 6 $10 figures, plus an exclusive one you can't get outside the set. Plus, the packaging is really fantastic. So overall, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I understand that there are people that don't like them, and I totally get that. But for me, I'm glad to have them as it has a whole team. I wouldn't have gotten these if Pink was never made. But the fact that the whole team, and them being in one set, which was really convenient, was made me get these, because I thought, hey, it'd be really cool to have the 6 main Dino Charge Rangers in one big set together, one large scale. Because as much as I love the 5-inch figures, I like mixing it up with other scales of Power Rangers figures, especially for a series like Dino Charge that I really, really enjoy. So overall, I would recommend this set to parents that want to get cool Power Rangers figures for their kids, or to collectors that want some larger scale figures, and specifically the Pink Ranger. If you are planning to buy these 12-inch figures at any point, I'd recommend trying to track down the 6-pack, as it does have Pink, and Pink's a great figure. I really hope that Bandai does have the forethought to make another 6-pack next year for Dino Supercharge. I want to see the other 4 Rangers in this style. It's not like they're hard to make, you just gotta make new head sculpts, put them on the same bodies, paint them in new colors, and I would really like to see that, as I think it would be a cool addition to the line to have all the Rangers in a 5-inch scale to fit with the other 5-inch figures, but then you also get them in a larger scale as well. So overall, a really neat set. I'm glad I own it, and yeah, it's really cool. So until next time, stay tuned here on Soundout 12 for 3 videos a week. Model Kit Monday on Mondays, Soundout's Toy Chest on Thursdays, the Mystery Review series, and the Soundout Review on Saturdays. Also be sure to check out HeroTaku.com for all of your Power Rangers news and more. There's a lot coming up with the new movie, the rest of Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge, plus all the toys that will inevitably be found in stores to correspond with both those projects. Anyways, till next time, this is Soundout saying goodbye.